Tonight, 5 years after their son's death, an Iron Range family is looking for answers and for someone to come forward. Plus, the search continues for a man who went into the water to rescue 2 young kids in Duluth.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Rescue teams have recovered the body of a man who jumped in the St. Louis River to save 2 kids. While the 5- and 8-year-olds made it to shore near Duluth's Boy Scout landing safely, the man did not. CBS3's Natalie Grant joins us live from the scene. Natalie.
A very sad scene here at Boy Scout Landing, a much somber and quiet scene than we brought you first at 5 o'clock. Authorities have now confirmed that the man who jumped into the St. Louis River to rescue those 2 children has died. Authorities did recover his body over the last hour or so. Now, they have confirmed that man as 31-year-old Kevin Ingalls of Superior. They say he and other witnesses saw 2 children struggling in the water around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, according to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, bystanders successfully rescued both kids who are ages 5 and 8 years old. But Ingalls, who went into the water to help rescue them, never resurfaced. Authorities have just recently confirmed that the 2 girls were unrelated to one another. Ingalls has been confirmed to be the father of one of those children. The 2 girls were rescued by other witnesses at the scene. Now, it is currently unclear what led Ingalls to go underneath the St. Louis River tonight. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to bring you the latest as they develop. But for now, I'll send things right back to you.
Natalie Grant live on scene for us tonight. Thank you, Natalie. 2 people died and 2 others are fighting for their lives after a dump truck struck an ambulance in Itasca County. According to the State Patrol, it happened just before 10:30 yesterday morning at the intersection of County Roads 336 and 57 in Lawrence Township. That's just north of Grand Rapids. Authorities say the dump truck T-boned the ambulance. 17-year-old Joseph Latimer of Grand Rapids and 51-year-old Troy Betcher of Warba both died. They were both on board the ambulance. Betcher was a paramedic. 28-year-old Kimberly Hake of Cohasset was driving the ambulance. She has life-threatening injuries and is being treated at a Duluth hospital. 67-year-old Jeffrey Eckholm of Nashwauk was driving the dump truck. He also has life-threatening injuries. Authorities are still investigating what caused the crash. This is yet another tragedy for the tight-knit community. As CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares, the greater Grand Rapids area is mourning the loss of 2 more lives taken too soon. At the same intersection where DNR Conservation Officer Sarah Grell was killed in a crash just 2 weeks ago, Troy Betcher, a paramedic from Warba, also lost his life. The first responder community now mourning the 51-year-old who served with decades of experience.
Everyone knows everyone here. We've all worked together. We're like a family, and just, you know, losing someone like, especially like Troy, just devastating to everybody around.
Betcher was Alyssa Catula's EMT instructor. Catula took this photo after she performed CPR for the first time, partnered with Betcher for the special moment.
He's the one person that has believed in me. Like when I thought that I wasn't going to make it through a part of the EMT class, he was the one there for me to say, you're going to get it done.
Also killed in Tuesday's crash, 17-year-old Joseph Latimer of Grand Rapids. In a statement, Grand Rapids School Superintendent says their hearts go out to Latimer and his family, adding he impacted the students, staff, and will be greatly missed. The Grand Rapids community taking it day by day.
He'd want us to keep pushing through, to go on each call. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but I mean, this is our job, and we have to, you know, put our best foot forward and keep going on with work every day. As we mentioned, both the driver of the ambulance and the truck are still fighting for their lives. No word yet on funeral arrangements for Betcher or Latimer. As we mentioned, this is the same intersection where a DNR officer was killed in a crash 3 weeks ago. MnDOT says it's planning to meet with Itasca County to talk about how they can make that intersection safer. Grand Rapids Representative Spencer Igo issued a statement saying it's clear the intersection needs to be improved to prevent further accidents. An Ask Cove woman is fighting for her life after she was hit by a car while biking. It happened around 7:40 this morning near Bruno, just east of Willow River. The State Patrol says an SUV hit 45-year-old Stephanie Youngberg from behind. Youngberg is hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the SUV was not hurt. Almost 5 years after an Iron Range man was hit and killed on the side of the road, his family is still searching for answers. This weekend, they hope the community will step up to help. 24-year-old Scotty Christensen was found dead on Highway 100 in Aurora in October of 2016. Still, no one has come forward with information about who hit him. To help raise even more money for the reward, his family is hosting a chili feed and motorcycle ride at Alcott Park in Virginia on Sunday. Christensen's mom hopes all this will encourage people to come forward with information.
It's been long enough. It's hard enough. It's hard to move on when you don't have the answers. And so hopefully it'll encourage somebody to come forward.
Part of the proceeds raised Sunday will go to a welding scholarship in Christensen's name. We have more details about the fundraiser on our website. Anyone with information about the hit and run is asked to contact the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from investigators about where they're at and what makes this particular case so difficult. Dave is joining us now for a quick check of the weather. Dave, I understand it was warm, at least where my house is up in Hibbing, but toward the lake, it was a little cooler today.
Yeah, an easterly wind made it 60s and 70s by the lake, while it was 80s and 90s farther inland. And of course, that heat is providing lift to egg on some thunderstorms that are happening right now in parts of Koochiching County. There was a severe thunderstorm warning about 15-20 minutes ago for Beltrami County, but some of the storms have lost a little bit of their punch as they crossed into Koochiching County. But there's a good 60% chance people in the northern parts of Minnesota will see more as the night goes on, and maybe even that could spill into the rest of the region. Here's a live look what's going on in Cass Lake right now, and it looks like the storms aren't affecting that town, at least not yet, but do keep an eye on the sky here as we face some storm chances. Again, away from border country, it's only a 20% storm chance tonight, 30% chance for everybody tomorrow. Look at that Twin Ports high temp, 90 degrees. Could be the last day of the warm spell, and the cooler by the lake business goes away tomorrow. We're all going to be hot. I'll talk about what's to follow, though, in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. 3 Minnesotans have filed a federal lawsuit alleging the state's minimum age to carry a gun is unconstitutional. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune reports the suit was filed Monday. The current minimum age for a gun permit is 21. They argue that's discriminatory, since anyone at least 18 years old is considered an adult for most purposes. 3 gun groups have also joined the lawsuit. In Wisconsin, future federal laws banning or restricting gun use may not be enforceable. That would be the case under a Republican-backed bill that's up for a vote in the state assembly. Even if approved, Wisconsin's Democratic governor would likely veto it. Wisconsin lawmakers voted on 3 bills that would make absentee voting in the state more difficult. These bills are a part of more than a dozen that Republicans proposed this year after President Trump's narrow win in the battleground state. Governor Evers is expected to veto the bills along with the Republican chairwoman of the Senate Elections Commission, who sided with Democrats. As tourism season kicks off, Duluth restaurant owners are pleading with the city for help. They say they're facing a number of huge challenges right now, including staffing. CBS3's Abigail Smith spoke with the restaurant owners behind that letter about what kind of help they're asking for.
Thanks, Kristen. Tony Bronson, president of the Duluth Local Restaurant Association, is asking the city to use pandemic relief money to create grant programs for local restaurants and hotels in need. He says that money could help local restaurants as they deal with staff shortages, supply chain challenges, and increasing costs of doing business during the pandemic. Bronson also cited the stress over the industry's uncertain future. In the letter, Bronson wrote that while the federal restaurant revitalization fund set up during the pandemic is appreciated, it only scratched the surface. He added that some food service and event operators have been left behind when it comes to previous state and local assistance that he hopes can now be addressed by a Duluth-based program.
What we're hoping with this ARP money, the American Rescue Plan money, is it is going to allow us to not only survive right now, but survive into the future as well.
Bronson also cited an $11 billion revenue loss across Minnesota restaurants over the past year. He says the start of tourist season in Duluth is also a reason why the money is needed soon. Bronson adds that the hospitality industry is imperative to the Duluth economy and hopes that these funds will catch these tourism industries up to speed.
All right, thanks, Abigail. We did reach out to Duluth city leaders for comment, but did not hear back by news time. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, professors at UMD say the Northland's climate is heating up, causing stress in our forests. How they hope to change that. Next.
Normal high temp this time of year is 70. Duluth Airport made it to 77. Farther inland, 90 was the norm. And 90 will be the norm even closer to the lake tomorrow. One more warm day with some storms in between. We'll talk about precip chances and temperature trends coming up after the break.
CBS 3 News is brought to you by Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center.
At Home Furniture, we offer the best quality, value, and selection in fine furnishings. Enjoy classic styles in our fine furniture gallery, the contemporary urban look of Uptown, handmade quality from Amish craftsmen, or the up-north comfort of lodge furniture. For your lifestyle, there's no place like home.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum. Because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 100 megabits for just $44.99 a month. With a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-621-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-621-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-621-4499.
Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center is a beautiful one-level facility in Superior, Wisconsin, with 24-hour skilled nursing care. With a 5-star rating by Medicare, you can expect high-quality care. We offer a variety of services, including restorative care after a hospital stay, intensive rehabilitative therapy care after surgery, or long-term care for those who are no longer able to handle the necessities of daily life on their own. To learn more, call or visit Villa Marina Health Center in Superior.
Numi Jewelers is excited to announce our spectacular 70th anniversary sale. For the month of June, save up to 70% on select jewelry. Celebrate 70 years with us. Stop in to browse our huge selection. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
There is some positive breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
At Home Sleep Express, you can test and buy a famous purple mattress now with no money down, 6-year special financing plus free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. Sleep cooler and more comfortably on the famous purple mattress at Home Sleep Express.
Everything you need to get these guys is about to go into a warehouse at Nicki Minaj. Hey.
Julia?
These men that you've brought down, they are exterminators.
You think the women they killed are bugs?
You are the bug that got away.
A new Clarice, Thursday, 10/9 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
With temperatures the way they've been, it's awfully tempting to come on down to Park Point, Wisconsin Point, and do a little swimming. Weather Service says think twice about that tonight. Beach hazard alert they've issued because of the potential for riptides, thanks to easterly winds going 10 to 20 miles per hour. So not a great night for swimming and near the shore of Lake Superior. Not a great night for boating either. Weather Service has also got in place a small craft advisory for the North Shore and the South Shore. Tomorrow may be a better day. In between, though, Along with gusty winds up towards 20 miles an hour, there's a chance for thunderstorms region-wide, especially near the Canadian border. Some have already paid off, and we'll show you the latest Doppler here in just a bit. Right now, the current conditions indicate it's tolerable temperature-wise by the lake. 73 degrees at Duluth International Airport, while inland towns, of course, got pretty close to 90 once again. Easterly winds going 16 miles per hour at the moment and could gust towards 20, hence those advisories near the lake. Air pressure's at 30.02 inches of mercury. And temperature-wise, today was pretty nice by the lake if you don't like it that hot, and fairly warm inland. Currently, we're still in the low 80s in a stripe inland from Ely to Grand Rapids, down to Aitkin, and then swinging towards Hinckley and Siren and Hayward and Watersmeet and Ironwood too. But by the lake, we have 60s from LaPointe to Ashland, including Washburn and other great towns like that. 57 on Park Point, only 59 Superior, 68 Silver Bay. The cooler by the lake will go away tomorrow, and we'll all get close to 90, and that might be the grand climax of the big warm spell, because by Friday, temperatures could drop into the 60s with a rain chance. And a rain chance is already rumbling around here tonight. We had it in Beltrami earlier this evening, and it did create a severe thunderstorm warning, which has mellowed out a bit now that the storms are into Couchiching County. They could become more vigorous as they roll across the boundary water, so everybody around the region be cautious tonight, especially in northern Minnesota. 60% storm chance there, 20% chance for the rest of our region, and this low is backed up by another one, so storm chances will keep going, frankly, through tomorrow and into Friday. Best of the bunch, probably Friday. Then by the weekend, big cell of high pressure takes over to make it sunny for several days. How much rain could we get through Friday night? Up north, totals could go towards 3/4 of an inch, which we do need. For the rest of us, maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch, which isn't that much, but we could still use it. Tonight, Minnesota forecast says low temps 53 to 63, even 65 towards Aiken with that storm chance. For Wisconsin and Michigan, just a 20% storm chance with lows there 54 to 66. Tomorrow's daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, 88 to 92 with a 30% storm chance. Minnesota numbers go from roughly 80 to 93, a little cooler by the lake, 30% storm chance. And now with the extended forecast, again, the best storm chance is Friday at a 60% shot. But the cloud cover that day takes temperatures down into the 60s. Before then, as we've said at 5 o'clock here, Kristen, we moderate with the high pressure system from Saturday through Wednesday. Some towns will come down to 80, others will go up to 80, but I think the 90s will disappear at least for a while.
I know some people who will be very okay with the 90s disappearing.
That is true.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Scientists at UMD say the climate is warming and it's having a negative impact on one of the Northland's forests. According to Julie Ederson, the head of UMD's biology department, trees that once thrived in northern Minnesota's cold climate are now struggling to stay alive as temperatures warm. That's why Ederson and others at UMD started a project to help. They're taking trees native to southern Minnesota and Wisconsin and planting them here in the Northland.
We're trying to provide a solution so that the trees we plant for the future will survive the climate change that's already happened and what is still likely to happen in the future.
The project has already sold more than 40,000 trees and seedlings to conservation groups. They hope to eventually plant more than 1 million. The Knights of Columbus made a big donation in Duluth today. The Catholic organization donated $5,000 to Together for Life. The Knights held a local fundraiser to gather the funds. Part of the money will go to a local maternity home. Organizers say they'll use the funding to help homeless moms and moms-to-be.
Volunteers and staff provide care to make sure that these moms are safe, that they have a healthy pregnancy, and can get to all the services that they need.
Half the money donated is going to the Star of the North Maternity Home. The other half is going to the Women's Care Center. Ahead in sports, Grand Rapids baseball just one win away today from the state tourney. Highlights are next.
Northwest Outlet with all the brand names you want, including the North Face and Columbia.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year, and with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are anxiously looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage and come with lots of extras. It's part of what makes UCare the #1 Medicare Advantage plan in Minnesota for individuals. And lastly, don't worry. We're always here to decomplicate if you ever need us. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, you know, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt weekdays at 5 a.m.
CBS News Sunday morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Now, CBS 3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, after not having any high school baseball last year because of COVID-19, it feels pretty good to have section championship games and state tournaments upon us. For the Section 7 AAA Baseball Championship, it was a matchup between Grand Rapids and Chisago Lakes at Wade Stadium. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks got a great start, scoring 2 runs in the top of the first. In the fourth, they lead 2-0. Base hit from Wyatt Holcomb sends a runner home to take a 3-0 lead. Next play, Holcomb steals second, but an overthrown ball gets him to third. And once again, Bad Hop sends him home. Thunderhawks are fired up with a 4-0 lead. They go on to get 2 more that inning, end up in the top of the fourth with a 6-0 lead, and stellar defense gets the job done for Grand Rapids. They get the shutout win 6-0 over Chisago Lakes. They are the Section 7 AAA section champions and heading to state for the first time since 2018.
Well, it was very special just to get a chance to play baseball after not getting to play last year, and the kids just appreciate coming to the ballpark every day. And to top it off with a section championship is just gravy on everything. Being able to get to play and then winning the title and getting to go to the state tournament is huge.
Last year we didn't have a state tournament, obviously, or high school baseball, and it really means a lot this year to actually be out here and playing with the boys and just having fun with your team like we always wanted to, now that we're going to state.
State tournament starts next week down in Jordan. Speaking of section championships, the 7AA girls track and field meet was down in Cloquet earlier today. A beautiful day for it with a nice crowd on hand. In the girls' 3,200-meter run, Duluth East junior Cora Nephew puts together a nice race right on the tail of Forest Lake's Nora Hushkaugen for second. She's on to state. In the high jump, it was Olivia Jamison who stole the show. She was the last jumper standing with the bar at 5'4". She was just shy of a PR at 5'7". Jamison also won the 100-meter hurdles and triple jump events, so she'll be busy at state next week.
It was pretty fun. It was a slow going at the beginning, but I think we all hit the ground running and we all got going pretty fast, and everybody started improving really fast because they were so excited to be back on the track. Once I got recovered after my 4x2, it went a lot better. My legs didn't feel as tired.
And in the pole vault, Hibbing junior Julia Girardi drew a big crowd, hitting a PR school record and section record height of 12 feet 7 inches to clinch first place. She didn't even start vaulting until the bar got over 11 feet. She kept going and nearly cleared 13 feet on multiple attempts, something she's looking to tackle and win at the state tournament.
As of last year, I didn't know if I would ever get to vault again, and now that I'm doing it and getting the section meet record is amazing. It was really fun having everybody watching me, a little pressure to motivate me.
Girardi is looking to vault at the Division I level in college. She's currently looking at Montana. If she meets her goal of 13 feet at state, it'll be just over 7 inches away from the overall state record. From Hayward to UMD to UWS and back to UMD. Katie Stark knows her way around the Northland. The former UMD Bulldog is returning to where her college career began as an assistant coach under Mandy Pearson. Stark played from 2016 to 2020 for the Bulldogs. The Hayward, Wisconsin native was named to the All-NSIC second team as well as the All-NSIC defensive team following her senior season. Prior to joining UMD, Stark was an assistant women's basketball coach at the University of Wisconsin-Superior this past season. We got a lot of congratulations, and they're going to continue tomorrow as section championships wrap up here in Duluth.
Exciting for sports in the Northland. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Kelly. Well, the once trusty typewriter is now a relic of the past, but now it's making a comeback thanks to Lego. The legendary toy maker is launching a model of the old school item that features moving keys and carriage. This set, which is targeted for adult Lego builders, comes with nearly 2,100 pieces and is designed to copy the style and function of an actual typewriter. It was inspired by Steve Guinness, a Lego fan from Great Britain, who sent his idea to the company. The Lego typewriter goes on sale this summer and will cost just under $200. Well, Dave, if we get some rain here, that might be a good rainy day project, huh?
Yeah, and if you have a metal roof, it'll sound like the old-fashioned clickety-clack of the typewriters, which we used to use in the newsroom here until about 1992. That's when computers took over. Already 30 years of computers. All right, let's take a look at 7 days' worth of weather. There is a chance for storms tonight, especially in northern Minnesota. Could last all the way through Friday, and that may break the back of the warm spell, and temperatures will become more moderate after that.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 10.